Good morning, everybody. Happy Wednesday to you. On today's episode of Talking on the Porch, I'm gonna say, don't be a cheap fuck. Oh yeah, I've done this speech a million times, but like anyone that pays attention knows, I do labor work, tree work, and hey, I've been doing a lot of estimates lately from, Facebook posts. And, it's not really good to do estimates based on Facebook posts because there's 50 other people on there, and a person, looking for a Facebook referral usually wants the cheapest price. And that's what you got to understand. You got to go into this thinking, hey, you're probably going to get beat out by Ladder Larry and his dusty stepkids, because he's just willing to do it for half the price as you. And, as a professional or as a Ladder Larry, don't offer your services for free. Because you saturate the market, and then when a professional comes along, you make them look like an asshole because your overhead is small and theirs is big. We got hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of equipment. And that equipment costs tens of thousands of dollars to fix every single time. And it's our life out there. We're risking our life out there every day doing labor work. Whether you're in construction or landscaping or tree work especially, or you're a fucking electrician or whatever the fuck it is, or you're an HVAC guy, whatever it is, we're risking our life every day. And why should we do it for free? Why should you work for free? And at the end of the day, stop fucking being cheap and paying cheap people to do your work. Because you fucking look just as bad. It's a problem. And it just pisses me off because, it's springtime now. People are always tagging me in posts and talking to me about, hey, come do estimates. Blake can do this and that. Cool. Yeah, and if not, I know somebody that can. You're looking for a cheap fuck? Hey, I know some cheap fucks. You're looking for professional, high quality, sizzling, high class filet mignon? You're gonna use my company, or my buddy's company that I work with. Our company. So, hey, again, stop being a cheap fuck. Get what you're worth, like I always say. And hey, if you don't get the job, there's a better one out there. But you're not going to ever grow your life, your business, anything by being a cheap fuck and taking shitty work just to make money. Stay the fuck home, man. Have an awesome day. Kick today's ass. Let's go!